Hi, Cal from BHP UK, and we've got to work on this Yamaha MT09 today. It's been dropped off by a famous or an infamous YouTuber, whichever way you want to look at it. He's even left us the custody of Pico the duck. But going back to the MT09, everybody knows of the problems that these bikes have with the jerky throttle, the rev limiters in fifth and sixth gear, and the speed limiter. So we're going to get this bike up on the dyno. We're going to set it up stock first of all, and then we're going to fit a system with headers and a decat. So that's the standard bike setup. We're going to swap it over now and put the decat system on it. With the standard bike, we've really managed to smooth out the throttle. The jerky throttle is totally gone now. The fueling's perfect at the bottom end, and it needed a little bit of work at the top as well. We've done that. The bike now produces at wide open throttle. We start off with 106 brake horsepower and we're up to 111, but we've also made a good gain in the torque, and we've gone up from 85 Newton meters to 93. So it's time to get the decat on it, and we'll set it up for the decat system. Right, so we've achieved what we wanted to achieve on the MT09. It is a bike that we did want to do quite a lot of development on, and just to get the base data, we ended up doing about 150 runs on it, just so that we could establish exactly what the bike was doing, when it was doing it, what the ECU was actually doing to the bike. We did find that there's quite a few limiters in the ECU that limit the power, they limit the speed, they limit the RPM. We also found that the ECU was pulling back the power as you got high up into the rev range. With the stock bike, we were really happy with what we managed to achieve with it. The bike went up from 106 brake horsepower at the back wheel to 111, and we've absolutely managed to smooth out the throttle, which was the main complaint that people have with these bikes. I've ridden this bike on the road, and it really is night and day difference. You can get on this bike, you can use the throttle really. The power delivery is really smooth throughout the rev range around the city. It's a different bike to ride altogether. And on top of that, we've got a gain of about 5 brake horsepower. As far as the torque's concerned, we've gained 5 Newton meters throughout the rev range. There's a good separation between the two curves. Now the real gains with this bike come when you decat the bike. The stock bike, as standard, we can really improve the throttle response, but when you decat the bike, you can really liberate some extra power out of the bike. Here, just show you what we managed to achieve with the decat system. If you are to put a decat system on your bike, I've got to say at this point that you really do need to do something to sort the fueling out, because when we ran the bike with the stock map and a decat system, it was dangerously lean. You could run the bike like that, but at some throttle openings and some RPM positions, the bike was, in my opinion, dangerously lean. We've managed to absolutely perfect the fueling on there. We get a little bit of pre-acceleration enrichment, which is exactly what we want, and then we managed to maintain about 13 to 13.2 AFR. But the power goes up from 106 brake horsepower at max output. You get a good separation throughout the whole rev range, but at peak output we managed to achieve 123.39 brake horsepower at the back wheel. We've also managed to totally get rid of the limiters in 5th and 6th gear, and we've managed to remove the speed limiter. This is a bike now that is fully developed, and it is available on our ECU Flasher. So if you did want to remap your own bike without bringing it into us, it is something that we can offer. You take a reading off your bike with our flasher, send it to one of our map writers, and one of our map writers will modify that file that you've read from your bike, so you're getting a bespoke remap for your bike, and you just upload it back up to your bike. Do drop us a like and do drop us a subscribe, it really does help us out, and if you hit the bell button, any new videos that we do you'll get a notification for.